Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Yep, my name is Rifampin. I'm here to show off Turok 2 Seeds of Evil Remastered. This is a game I grew up with in my childhood. It was originally an N64 game, but a company called Night Dive has been working hard to remaster a lot of classics from that era, including the entire Turok trilogy. This one was released in 2017, and I'm speedrunning the any percent category. I have behind me on my couch some good friends of mine. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
Sure. I'm Bird, and let me tell you something real quick. Turok 2, if you love the game, you're going to really enjoy Rifampin just breaking this game. It is incredible what he's about to do. It's incredible. We also have...
SemiNoLemonStars. I am here for moral support.
Yay!
Yeah, and I think with that, I will just jump right in. The only thing that I would like to highlight at this point before I hit go is that unlike a lot of other any percent speedruns for first-person shooters, we're going to play on hard difficulty, and that should become apparent pretty quickly as we get going. But with that, I think we're ready, so I want to get a countdown going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Cheats or active, disable them, yes. Sorry, my practice files. So immediately, one of the benefits of the remaster here is that we can skip just about every cutscene and jump right in into level 1 here, the Port of Adia. And my goal right now is to just die as quickly as I can. And there we go. There is one death down.
That's good death. That's good death right there. We love that.
Thank you. This game is generous like a lot of other games from this time, and it starts you off with 3 lives, but unfortunately for the tech that we want for the any percent category, we don't want those extra lives. We actually want 1 life pretty much all throughout the run. There is some major tech that we can abuse during the game over screen that I'm hoping to show off in just a couple seconds here once I get my next death out of the way. This nice little blender of Raptoid enemies there shreds us pretty quickly to bring us down to 1 life, and we are good to set up for our first trick. So in the remaster, this game over screen was added when you game over. I believe it normally just brought you right to the main menu when you game over, but they added a cutscene kind of thing that's just a black screen with the words game over overlaid. And we actually have full control over Turok. So I'm just going to wait for an audio cue here, and then I'll explain. All right. Nice. So it's actually not game over. Strangely enough, we have full control over Turok during the game over screen. It functions similarly to a cheat in the menu called fly mode, where we can move forward, back, left, right, or up and down if we hold space and crouch. And also, if we're looking up at an angle like I just was, you will move straight into the air at that angle. The game over cutscene lasts 8 seconds, and if during that cutscene you enter a portal that you use to transition from map to map, you actually come back to life. And one thing you might notice here is that I have 0 health displayed on the screen. That's actually not the case. The game does track your health still as you continue to take damage. So my true health value is more likely in the negatives, probably somewhere around -100 or so at this point. But the game only shows 0 health. And also in the top left corner, as I transition from map to map, it'll show my life counter. That also shows me at 0 health, 0 lives. So there's a couple pros and cons to this. Because I am in the negative values for health, I can't die. So despite this being on hard mode, it's trivial for the most part. And I just have to continue to play along until I'm ready to have the chance to game over again. I unfortunately cannot save the game. I'm spamming the save button though. The game does know that we're in this weird glitch state that we call zombie mode. And because I'm at a value of health below 0 or a life count of 0, in this case both, I cannot save the game. So some pros and cons, you know, I can't die, but I can also soft lock potentially. So we want to be able to game over many times throughout the run. And in order to do that, we need to be able to get a life back. So when we die, we actually game over, and we need to get health back. So there's a couple ways we can get health back, either just collecting health, a lot of it, or a full health pickup. Those portals there have our friend Adon from the intro cutscene. And unfortunately, I yapped a little bit too much, so we're just gonna tangent right here. I can't die in death pits either, and I can sometimes clip past an entire area, just the way the game adds speed as you continue to fall in death pits. But yeah, I can't die again until I get health, and a full health pickup is right ahead that I'll be grabbing. No matter what value of health you're at, full health will set your health to 100. So here's one here, but I still can't save the game because I don't have extra life yet. So throughout the run, we'll be collecting life force tokens, which we call Doritos, mostly because Turok 1, they were shaped like triangles, like Doritos. They're diamond shaped in this game, but we just kind of kept the name because it's funny. So I will be getting an extra life near the end of this level, and we'll be able to save the game and also game over again. But yeah, those Adon portals, they changed a lot in the remaster. Those Adon portals, we can use her to also heal us to 100 health, just like a full health. And we can also warp between those. So you might have been noticing that I have not been doing any mission objectives. We can warp between those purple Adon portals, and there is one in the hub world. So once we have the Adon portal unlocked in the hub world, we don't have to complete any levels. We can just warp back to the hub and then go to our next level. So all I need to do this run are the keys to open each level, and the 6 keys, one in each level, to open the final boss. Another quick thing they added in the remaster is this door, which behind it is a portal that does not check for if you've completed mission objectives. This portal just spits you right into the hub, like so, and we are done with level 1 for now. We'll have to come back later. But yeah, a lot of information all at once. Sorry, there's a little bit of tech going on. But I come into this level having this zombie mode glitch. I just did the game over screen abuse tech that we did. So I can't die in this poison water, which makes this level pretty trivial as well. The whole gimmick of this level is that you'd complete this level, you would get a talisman at the end that lets you safely swim through that water, but we can't die, so we can swim through it safely regardless. So aside from that, we are just getting our Primogen key from this level and our keys for level 5, and we will be done with this level.
Help me!
We'll be done with this level in just a couple minutes, because again, we don't have to do any mission objectives, and we'll be exiting this level with this Adon portal that we'll be coming back to later. But aside from that, I just yapped nonstop for like 6 minutes, kind of explaining a little bit of background. So I will take a break from yapping, and I will open it up for donations, because there's not much else going on in this level. We're just gonna quickly jump into some poison water and get our Primogen key, and that's the only other thing that happens in this. So go ahead with donations if you have any.
Oh, fantastic. We've got plenty of love here, not only for you, but for your couch. I'll get to that one in a moment, because we do have a little bit of challenge here. But first, $50 from Burnt Bowser, who said, "Hey, friend, proud of you for the hard work you put into this run. Good luck. You got this."
Thank you, Bowser.
We've got $15 from Rockin', who says, "Riff, I can't wait to see you get all those Doritos. You got this, buddy." We've got $20 from Linkus7. Loved Turok growing up, especially the Classic 3 on the Nintendo 64. Good luck on the run, and shout out to everyone in the room who stayed up for this run. And now, here's the challenge for the couch. We've got $10 from Nintendo Nuisance. Shoutouts to everyone for making such a wonderful event possible for such a great cause. Riff, you're such a great guy. Can't wait to meet you in person at some point. Put this to Bird's choice. If and only if he can make AG wheeze from laughing on the couch in one joke. Otherwise, it goes to AG's choice.
Oh, just one joke?
The music is really intense.
Just eye contact.
Uh-oh.
I'll be honest, I don't have anything. I'm just waiting until you start laughing. There it is. What is the... I'm going to just take the W on that one. What is the next incentive that we're working on right now?
Currently, we are still working on the Attend the Concert incentive. We are $130 away from that, chat.
Let's put it towards that. Let's do it.
All right, you heard the man. Another $10 towards attending the concert.
Thank you for wheezing, AJ. I appreciate it. Taking one for the team, man.
So I will take back over real quick just to point out that we picked up the Shredder. So we do the levels out of order in this any percent run. We do level 3 before we do level 2. Level 1, we get keys for both. But we want the Shredder as early as possible. This is a variant of the shotgun that is incredibly powerful. The explosive shells that I have equipped, these red shells, they ricochet, as you can see since I missed that enemy. They ricochet, and each ricochet does the full damage of a normal explosive shot, which is very... Hey, over here!
Sorry, it just sounds like Goofy, man. We were talking about it earlier.
The Shredder is just such a very powerful gun, so we're playing on hard mode. Enemies have a lot more health, so the Shredder makes that very easy. Do a quick save, quick load right there, waste some ammo because I have the wrong ammo type equipped. Hope that this cooperates. Oh, no, it didn't. What one did I miss? Of course, that one.
So I believe in this situation here, Rifampin has to kill, it's the front one in each batch, the front Raptor. Once all 4 have been taken out of the front, then the door will activate and open. So that was just a little bit of a bunch up there, but this is a cool, another bell slide, I believe, correct?
Yes, we do refer to these as bell slides, this game over screen abuse. We named them bell slides after one of the runners in the community, the Bell Tolls. He helped find this tech that we use. So anytime I refer to bell sliding, I am referring to the fact that we are game overing and moving into a portal and coming back to life to finish, to do more of the run. So we have everything we need from level 3. I'm going to put my keys into level 5, and we do level 5 next. So we do 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. That's the order of levels. We do 5 next because it is a sort of tricky level, a little trickier than level 2.
The suspense is killing me.
Who is he?
I got that ricochet shot first try, too. That was plaguing me a lot in practice.
Yeah, so this is an interesting level because you're going to be taking a lot of different ricochet shots in this level, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of this level is blocked off by force fields. The force fields all have little pylons that are called force field generators that we can shoot to destroy, and that will open the door. But a lot of them we can either shoot through the wall by going up to the wall and crouching against it, which you'll see me do in a little bit, or that first room I had a nice angle that I could set up for a very nice ricochet shot to go through an L-shaped tunnel and land right on the pylon. But you'll see one of these force fields in this next room here that instead of blowing up the pylon, I'm just going to bell slide through it. So I have a life and I have health, so I can get a game over screen here. Just going to do a safety save. And I'm going to slide.
Man, they got you again.
Dang, yeah, game over. Runs over. Shucks.
What? Come on.
And right into the next portal and keep on going.
I think that's one of the things that's most impressive about watching you run this is that not only do you have to do this like really hard tech within a time limit, by the way, because it's what, 8 seconds you have to get to a portal before the game over screen finishes loading. You also have to manage your health and your life count while setting up for this. So like you have to make sure that you don't grab too many Doritos so you don't accidentally grab a life and have to like, you know, just force yourself to die again, wasting a bunch of time that way. You also don't want to underflow and potentially soft lock and whatnot. Like, there's a lot of different things that go on when setting up for these bell slides. It's very impressive to see you kind of work through the entire level while managing both of those things going on there.
Yes, like Bird alluded to, if I get health back, if I use a Adon portal to heal or pick up a full health, and I don't have my extra life, so I die and don't game over, I actually underflow, like a lot of other games of this era. Mario 64, I believe, says another one. I would have 255 lives. So it's a little hard to game over with that many lives. So we don't want that. But yeah, a lot of this level is also a lot of ammo management. You've probably seen me swap back and forth between the same two weapons here and wait till very specific times to make some shots. And I missed that guy with both, but that's fine because I got my red shells here. We do want the Shredder coming into this level because, again, we're playing on hard. There's a lot of high health enemies, but mostly these two rooms up here, these enemies take a lot to die unless I do a shot with the Shredder straight down and spawn kill them. The Shredder, like I say, does full damage each bounce, so I can kill these very tanky soldier mantids with just one single shot. But in order to make sure I have enough ammo to do that room and the next room, I have to manipulate all of the ammo spawners by only needing red shell ammo when I encounter them. If that's the only ammo I need, then that's the only ammo it'll spawn. Unfortunately, I did use some grenade ammo that I didn't intend to use, so I might have mismanipulated one of them up ahead, but I don't think it'll be that big of an issue. The ammo usually spawns when you enter the map, I believe, so it noticed that I needed red shell and grenade ammo, so it'll be at the bottom of this room here. But this is a nice close-up of the force field generators that I'm missing horribly with my grenade launcher. These are the kinds of things that I'm shooting at a distance through the walls or in that first room as a nice ricochet shot. And yep, it was a box grenade, so that's okay though. This room would normally be incredibly challenging playing on hard mode. There's several turrets and several enemies shooting at us that whole time. I need that red shell, so I'll do that. Yeah, and those would do a lot of damage and kill us pretty quickly if we didn't have this zombie mode state that we call it that results after a bell slide. So again, my health is lower than 0. I only die when I hit 0 health. So we want to strategically maintain this 0 health, but really negative health status for a lot of certain difficult sections of the run, including this. And similar to level 1, I didn't have a ton of time to explain it just because there's a ton of stuff going on, but similar to level 1, we have a trick coming up to get the Primogen key from this level by not having to do level 6 first to reveal a bridge. If we fall into a death pit when we can't die like this, we just continue to fall over and over and we will continue to gain speed. Some of the death pits that we fall into have walls along the way that we're hugging the whole time. And if we hold jump at a certain time, you'll see Turok kind of glitch up to the ceiling every now and then as I'm falling into a death pit. Anytime that happens, if I'm holding the spacebar, I will jump off of the wall that I'm up against. And if I have enough speed, I will be able to ricochet off the wall a couple times like a pinball, and land on an invisible bridge and just get the key early without having to, again, do level 6 and come back to this level. So I'll pull up the map here so you can see the bridge that I'm talking about. I'm sliding up against this wall here. So 1, 2, hold space, 3, and land right on this invisible bridge. You have to be a little careful to not get an extra life in the next level, though. This is what Bird was alluding to here, is that I don't want to get 2 lives because I want every death to be a game over.
Correct.
Interestingly, this level, that room also has a spot where if we fall at a certain point, we gain enough speed and it puts us out of bounds. This game engine really doesn't like when you're out of bounds, and it does everything to push you back in bounds. So if you make a movement input when you're detected out of bounds, the game puts you back in bounds at the closest spot that you could normally walk on. So that's how I kind of warped back to the beginning of that room there. Just the way that room is set up, the closest spot happens to be back at the beginning of the room.
And I just got to say, we picked up a Primogen key there, so we had to ask, Twitch chat, any primers in the chat for GDQ.
True.
Just any primers, that's all. You know what to do.
So yeah, exiting that level, I will use Adon to fill up my health and ammo. She can fill us up on health and ammo once each level that we visit her, and once in the hub. To start off this level, I'm going to do a quick save and quick load. My screen's going to glitch a little bit when I do that, but I do that to make sure that every time a door animation starts opening, I can go through it. I don't have to wait for the animation to finish. And part of this level is also a little tight on ammo management, so I switch back and forth between the Shredder and the Plasma Rifle as needed. This is probably the only point in the run where it's a little scary. These turrets here, they do a lot of damage, and we're playing on hard mode. I could die if I was to get hit by these turrets, so I do have to play this level a little carefully for this first map, because I don't have any reason to die in game over here. I need to do that in the one of the upcoming maps. But aside from that, this little scary section, I'm going to do a quick save in the tunnel up ahead and hopefully kill 2 turrets before they kill me. Aside from that, I think I can toss it back to some donations or incentives if you have those. I'm going to do a save right here just to make sure, and take it away.
All right, well, you are getting plenty of love here, chat. I know it looks like we are at 100% for that Attend the Concert incentive. We are 19 cents away from it.
Oh,
come on, chat. We can do this thanks to help from friends like Lingo with that $25 donation, who said, "Greetings from the back couch. Don't mind me, just paying for some concert tickets." We also had some love there from Scooty, who donated $5 and said, "Let's go bridge jump." Good luck, Rifampin. And $25 from my ward, who said, "Turok 2, here we go." 19 cents, chat. We can do this. Look under the couch, look under those cushions. Hey, Bird, yeah, I was about to say, do you see anything there?
Let's see.
Also, Bird, I just want to let you know you're getting lots of love from Twitch chat for the red pants and yellow socks combination.
I do what I can, Ketchup and mustard, baby. That's what I'm here for.
So right there, despite the fact that we did not get the talisman on level 3 that lets us safely swim in that type of poison water, we actually have a single frame that we can jump off of the top of the water before we dip our toes into the death barrier. So I was able to safely get over that poison water. I'm going to do another quick bell slide here to skip a nice, pretty large room that has some nice golden statues, unfortunately. Hopefully, nope, I'm going to fail it. So I'm going to do my backup and just climb up the ladder. And now you get to see the nice, pretty room with 2 big statues. And I'm just going to run up to the door here and take a straight line to the portal. One thing that I haven't mentioned is because this functions like fly mode, fly mode and no clip are similar but different. No clip, you can just clip through anything, floors, walls, anything. Fly mode, you cannot clip through. Didn't hit it. That was the bridge jump that Scuddy was talking about. Fly mode and during the game over screen, my screen just went black. There we go. We can move through doors before they're open, so that's another big part of the sequence break with that tech. You saw it on level 1, I just didn't really explain what was happening. That door that I bell slid through on that previous map in this level as well as level 1, they have other ways that they would open, but because they can be opened and normally go through them, we're able to sequence break with bell sliding during the game over screen and save a whole bunch of time. So that's the only mission objective we do in the entire run. We destroy that one soul gate, and This map here is another quick save and quick load. It goes a little slow because this map is large, but this is the only spot that we use the Firestorm cannon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start shooting, and I'm going to look at this one particular spot here. We allow viewing but not interacting with the Steam console for this game. So what I did was I pulled open the console real quick, and what I'm looking for is a message in that console that just says, door received, signal to open, or whatever it was. There's a switch in the second section of this map that we will be coming to in a second here. Normally you would have to swim through some tunnels, get trapped in a room with endless spiders until you shoot a switch to open it and let yourself out. But you are able to shoot that switch through the wall with the Firestorm cannon. It's a largely useless weapon for hard mode, but the projectiles actually go through walls, and what I was doing was aiming at a spot where that switch is. So I was able to lower those ladders that I just climbed up and skip right to the end of this tunnel section, just taking a little bit of damage.
Thank you, HE, for letting me know that that was a spider. My man just looked at me and went, spider.
I love it. So yeah, I was able to skip right to the end of that tunnel section into our graveyard and let these zombies kill me. I'm going to bell slide past this graveyard where we would normally, let me reload because I messed that up again. We would normally have to go through this graveyard section and fight one of the Sisters of Despair, but we can just bell slide right past her and continue on through the run. This section is just a little scary as well. The damage that those zombies did to me really wasn't all that much, so I'm only just barely dead. I probably have like -1 health. If I was to pick up that 10 health, I would actually have health again. I'd probably have like 8 or 9 health. And there's a lot of enemies in these narrow hallways that could kill me, and I'm still at 0 lives. So this is one of the scary sections of the run that we could underflow if we were to accidentally get that health and die, because we can't make our safety save. We're still at 0 lives. As long as one of the two are met, we cannot save the game. So that's a little bit of a scary section, but I'm going to take the safe way of doing this, and I'm going to get the full health here. Another slight sequence break that's more useful for 100% categories, but we can just ledge grab onto that roof. Another improvement that Night Dive made with this remaster is they increased Turok's move speed. So I can make this leap across a ledge and get our level 4 key and a whole bunch of Doritos.
We'll never know who he is, man.
No, we'll never know. Yeah, I like to cut Turok off as he's declaring who they are. But yeah, we can sequence break that large gap and get our key and save a little bit of time that way. The end of this level will be this next map here, and it will be the only talisman that we need to collect in the entire run. So each level has a gimmick where there's an eagle feather hidden. You can see it up there. There's an eagle feather hidden in the level, and if you collect it and bring it to the portal that I just opened there's one of those portals in each level. There is a spirit elder that will give you a ability that you can use throughout the run. I kind of alluded to it in level 3 with the poison water. The ability that you get at the end of that level will let you safely swim through that poison water, but we don't need that anywhere in the run. We do need the leap of faith on this level though, so I got my eagle feather there, and I'm just gonna go this way to get my last level 4 key real quick before I bring that eagle feather to the spirit elder. I'm at a very high count of Doritos, I believe. I'm gonna do a quick pause just to double check so it brings it up. Yeah, I'm at 82 Doritos. I don't like that. So I'm going to dodge these ones and go into our portal, and what am I going to get?
This is an important moment here. We got to see.
So this cutscene likes to glitch. It will display either the talisman or a pillar or Turok's hair. What is it going to be?
I'm hoping for the hair, man.
Talisman.
Terrible RNG.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I don't know how to manipulate it. I don't know if there's a input that you can hold or an angle that you face that changes how the cutscene looks, but usually it zooms right in on the top of Turok's head or into that pillar there. So now that we have our Leap of Faith, we're going to use that right up here. I'm a little low on health, which is normally good. It's a little scary, but it's good. These platforms there are what signal to us that we have a talisman that we can use at those spots. So this is the Leap of Faith. I am doing nothing right now. It just carries me over these gaps. So there's a couple of these large gaps that we have not routed out in the run. So that's the only talisman that we need to collect. And then we're coming up to our Primogen key here on level 2.
Primogen key found.
You know what that means, chat.
Any primers?
Any primers? Gotta check it out.
And that is the last thing we need from level 2 here. So the end portal, again, because I have not completed any objectives, it spits us right back to the beginning, which is perfectly fine because there's a portal here with our friend Adon. We don't want health from her, though. We want ammo. Because we are entering the Lair of the Blind Ones, level 4, which, in my opinion, is the hardest level of the run. The first part of the level is going to be a very challenging trick, a very challenging bell slide that I learned by counting out loud. So I'm going to focus up, and when I die, I'm going to be counting out loud up to 8, and I'll be doing various inputs throughout that counter. I'm just going to use my flare gun so I can find my visual cue.
Yeah, this is a very difficult one, so let's let them lock in.
1 health, really.
Sweet.
That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Dang it. It's all
Like
right.
we said, this is a very difficult one here, so let's see if we can pull it off. Second try would be amazing here.
Yeah, did not get my save done. No, I should have saved earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God. Let's get the save a little closer so I don't have to wait for more damage. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There we go. Nice. That's a really difficult one for sure. There's one more in this run that's also extremely difficult, but that is a very difficult one. Nicely done.
Yep, as Bird mentioned, we have 8 seconds during that game over cutscene, and you heard me counting right up to 8. That uses, I think, on a timer sense, it uses 7.5 out of our 8 seconds to work with 1, 2, 3, 4 different times that I changed keyboard inputs along the way. So very, very difficult. But that routes out needing to get the talisman in level 5 called the Whisper's Talisman, which would normally carry us over those gaps, kind of like the whisper or the wind in Mario 64. It just kind of gently lifts us very slowly over those gaps to get the key normally. But until we get to that next bell slide, we got probably 2 minutes or so. Then we're just going to be gaming and going through with this zombie mode. So a little trivial. I'll toss it back to you guys for some donations or incentives.
Sounds fantastic. Well, chat, everyone here, let's keep the hype going because we are going to attend a concert. Woo! Thank you so much, and it's due to donations like the one we got here from Chava Rocks, who said, Riff, you're doing a great job. Those hours of practice and love for the game show. I'm your biggest fan, so this donation goes towards Runner's Choice.
Aww.
And we also had $50 from Kung Fu Fruit Cup, who says, hey, Rifampin, so awesome to see you get this run in after learning so much about it. Keep up the great run. You're great, Couch, you're great, and everyone in the back is great, less than 3. We also had $50 from iBot, who said, keep up the good work. Greetings from Germany, and Happy New Year to all.
Probably fit in one more.
Oh, yeah,
Or
absolutely.
probably two or three.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you don't have to always comment if you wish to donate, because like these from our friends, no comment was provided, but we love them. We've got $250 from Furry Fisticuffs and $100 from Michael, both without a comment, but we love you both so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for your donations. Let's keep them coming in. Chad, we're almost at $140,000 raised as well. Let's see if we can't get there.
I also want to mention that this next bell slide coming up, there's an enemy that will obviously initiate it by killing Rifampin here. And it's very interesting audio. It makes me and AG want to do our best impression of sawing a log. You'll hear, I mean, you can partially hear it now, but you'll hear it really well once we attempt the bell slide very soon here.
Yep, so we're gonna get right here. This is probably the point where if you made it this far as a child, you would have got lost here. I got lost here for hours. This is the water tunnels. Another major quality of life change that Night Dive did with this remaster was that they fixed a lot of the levels that you could get lost in. This water tunnel section used to be a maze of several looping tunnels, but they made it just one single tunnel section. I'm going to attempt to do a skip that routes out needing to go to our steam vent, our mission objective, and get a key that would open a door up ahead. It's it's another very, very tight bell slide that needs, I believe, 7.3 out of our 8 seconds. So I'm going to set up here with my visual cue there. And I use a timer on my phone for this one. I just learned this one differently.
So this is probably what the most difficult one. I would say.
I think it's the most difficult one. I can give it probably 2 or 3 more attempts before I will do my backup of actually going to get that key. Today, this trick has not been nice to me. I normally don't struggle this much with it, but even in practice, it has been. There
it is. That is such a difficult thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was showing Bird and AG the setups for the bell slides and flying up above the map in no clip to show them the tunnels that I'm navigating through.
Oh my God.
They're these size tunnels that I'm flying through with that one I think is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different keyboard input changes that I'm doing, staring at a timer on my phone at very specific times.
It's like ridiculous. And you can also get caught on like certain corners and slow down. And again, you're using 7.3 seconds ish out of the 8 seconds ish you get from dying there during that game over cutscene. And it's just like, it's so difficult to do it quick enough, not get caught on the corners and make it there in time. It's super impressive.
All right, so we get our second level 6 key. All of the keys in this level are right along your main path. The N64 version, they were a little out of the way, but again, another quality of life change that Night Dive did was they, oops, I forgot about these guys, was they put all of the keys right on your main path. So I'm gonna heal up and start taking a little bit of damage to prep for our next bell slide, but that won't be till the next level. So at this point, all I need is my keys to get into level 6. And before I go into level 6, I am going to take a quick detour back to level 1 to get the Primogen key that we missed there. Just lovely sounds from those enemies.
They're just sawing logs, dude. I can't unhear it anymore.
Yeah. So our final level 6 key is right up ahead here. Those spinny platforms, I remember in your playthrough, AG, were not the most pleasant. They were really difficult to navigate across on the N64, but I feel like they've improved the collision on those spinning platforms to make it easier to actually jump instead of having your input get eaten.
catching strays
I'm
over here.
about to say poor H. He's catching strays. Man. He's just chilling.
It's just the most recent playthrough I remember. I struggled with it as a kid myself, too. That's just the most recent playthrough I remember.
Yeah, man, watching H do during the spinning thing. Oh, God, you know?
Greetings, Turok. How may I assist
All right, so we visit Adon now that we're back at the beginning of the level. We don't really need anything other than to warp back to level 1, Port of Adia, right near where our Primogen key is.
Primers.
True. And this is the second of 3 reasons why we have not been able to route out
Sniper capability
the
enabled.
Leap of Faith talisman that we collected in level 2. This key is unfortunately just too high for us to ledge grab. We can't damage boost like you saw me do on level 5.
Finally.
I was going to say, that's what he says.
And we can't really clear that gap any other way. So we do need the Leap of Faith talisman for that and for one other spot coming up on level 6 here. But we are done with level 1, and we're going to go right into level 6.
How may I assist you?
You actually cannot assist me. I don't need any of your stuff other than to go back to the hub, put our keys in, and while that animation happens, we'll put one of our Primogen keys in the middle there. And we are on the final level here, the Primogen's Lightship. Another level that used to be quite the maze. They, I believe, made a few changes, but this level also has a lot of like misleading hallways that lead to dead ends and stuff. I just need to collect a little bit of Doritos here to get to 70 and then set up for our next bell slide. So the gimmick of this level, if you saw, I didn't really highlight it, unfortunately, as I ran by it, but the Primogen key for this level is actually right in the beginning, right in that middle room that I was collecting Doritos in. But this level is broken up into 4 sectors, and each sector has 1 switch that we need to press. And once all 4 switches are pressed, we have removed the force field that is blocking that Primogen key. So our switch in sector 1 here is right behind this door. So during this bell slide, once I'm detected as being on the other side of that door, it just opens for us, which is fully routing out our Whisper's Talisman from level 5. I'm only using this Adon portal as a means to come back to life, and I'm going to jump right back out of the portal, and now I can get this switch. This is our switch in sector 1. We can hit just about every switch from behind as long as it's a thin wall like that, which is really nice in this. But that is our switch in sector 1 that will lower the force field for the Primogen key, which I'll highlight now, is right in the middle of this room. You see there's 4 little things there and a force field locking it away. Unfortunately, sectors 2 and 3, we do have to do the normal way, because even if you bell slide like I did and do the sector in reverse, to get right to the switch, immediately after your bell slide, you're greeted by another locked door. So these sectors are just going to be a little slow, just normal gameplay for the most part. So if you want to take back over with some donations or incentives, by all means.
Absolutely. Well, I do want to let everyone know we have opened up a new incentive here. This is going to be for the Pizza Possum run that will be happening later on. And it is the runner costume dress up. If met, Alara and Grey Goo Girl will cosplay as the titular possum and the partner character Raccoon for the Pizza Possum run. That is a $3,000 incentive here. We do have quite a bit of time there, but I want to let everybody know that if you do donate, you can put your donations towards that incentive by selecting that box down when you scroll down, like our friend Count Von Count did with this $8 donation, who said 8 seconds.
Real quick, I have one thing to highlight. Just like in level 5, we are going to jump onto an invisible bridge. This one is close enough that we can just jump to it and land on it. However, this one is not visible at all, even on the map, so I have to follow these 2 healths up to the top. I spam jump because it's quicker to jump up ledges, but now that I've hit that switch, I'm halfway there to getting our Primogen key. Normally, you would have to complete this level, get the talisman at the end, and that reveals the entirety of the bridge. So it's a little less scary, but we route that out just with some good jumping. But go ahead, back on with donations.
Absolutely. Well, we've got $25 here from our friend DenverMax27. This is for my dad, who beat prostate cancer thanks to early detection. We have a $250 donation from Not Shinsoku, who said, looking forward to this year's AGDQ. You all are awesome. We also have another $100 donation from Zack and Roller. Not as much time to watch as in the past, but I'm still looking forward to every event. Keep running forever. And we have a simple one from Blues Eclipse, who donated $10 and just simply said, less than 3.
Now, Rifampin, I got a quick question for you.
Okay.
Turok 1. Big fan.
Yep.
Good. A lot of dinosaurs. Dinosaur
Yes.
hunt. Yeah. Turok 2. There's like no dinosaurs.
Yeah.
What happened to the dinosaurs?
It seems like Turok 1, yeah, they did have a lot of dinosaurs, but as they counted up in games, Turok 2 definitely suffers from a lack of dinosaurs. This game has a lot of dinosaur hybrids, as they called them in the initial cutscene that we skipped. They are creations of the final boss, the Primogen, just supposed to be different types of enemies that can stop us along the way. There are a few dinosaurs. You saw a couple raptors here and there, but for the most part, they're hybrids. Turok 3 also suffers from general lack of dinosaurs. The main enemy in that game is the Oblivion, but there are some dinosaurs here and there as well, mostly raptors. Yeah.
I do miss the dinosaurs a little bit, but these guys are cool too, I guess.
Yeah. The variety is nice, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite a lack of dinosaurs.
You do get a few raptors, like you said, though. This is pretty cool.
All right, this room here is probably the last room that I am a little scared of. I do have health and a life, so I can save before I go into it. It's just a little bit of a tough room because there's 3 enemies immediately that are shooting at us, and my Scorpion missile launcher that auto locks on enemies does not like to actually hit enemies most of the time. Those bigger enemies in that room that are shooting the plasma shots at me right now, they like to glitch in their shooting animation and just constantly shoot you. Oh, the door closed on me, so I have to kill him before it opens. Thankfully, I didn't die. This is a room that, like I said, can be scary because if those enemies get stuck in their shooting animation, they can kill you pretty much immediately because of being on hard mode. But Sector 3 done, our switch was hit. That was the reason that I took that Leap of Faith pad. That little console up there was our 3rd of 4 switches for the Primogen key. And we are on to Sector 4. This is another one that I'm going to bell slide in. This is our last bell slide of the run. I'm going to do this sector in reverse by going in the exit here. If this enemy kills me, which he will thankfully very quickly.
Jesus. Yeah. What is...
That's what I mean about them getting stuck in their shooting animation.
Okay, I was like, I think you're dead. Like, that was way overkill.
Yeah, that's why this level's so scary.
Goodness.
But our final switch for the Primogen key in this level is going to be the test to make sure that you've gotten all of your talisman along the way. This one is going to be in some poison water, but we just bell slided. So once again, we're encountering some poison water that we cannot die in. So all of the switches for our Primogen key in this level have some sort of test of whether or not you did your homework on the previous 4 levels that had a talisman in them and an eagle feather in them. Level 1 does not have one. So level 2, 3, 4, and 5 each have a talisman that you can unlock that lets you do those various abilities, whether it's swim safely in poison water or see invisible bridges. The screen keeps going black briefly, but we're good. The one that we need the talisman for, though, is the Leap of Faith. But now I've hit all 4 switches. Our Primogen key should be fine. So we will grab that and head on over to the final boss.
Primogen key found.
Primers found in chat. Just saying. It's the last time we can mention it here during this run. So primers for
True.
GDQ.
I'm going to go back through Sector 1 here, just like I did on the Bell side. Those doors are open now because I was detected as being on the other side of them during that Bell slide. And I'm going this way because this is the closest ADOM portal. We're going to finish the game with the zombie mode because of our epic boss fight that we have coming up.
Greetings, Turok. How may I assist you?
I don't need anything from ADOM. We're just going to go right back to the hub. Nope, not exit. We're going to quick warp to the hub.
Greetings, Turok. How may I assist you?
All right, quick warp the hub. We'll put in our last couple Primogen keys here, and this is our other unskippable cutscene of the game. So when I said epic final boss fight, there might have been a touch of sarcasm in there. So normally the Primogen fight is very RNG heavy. There's multiple waves of stuff going on in the Primogen fight. He drops a lot of nukes onto you and releases a lot of flying enemies, and the number of those things happening is completely random. So even with perfect RNG, I think this fight takes just under 3 minutes. Conveniently, though, the way the cutscenes work in this particular level, I don't know if that's the same for the others, but at least in this level, cutscenes are triggered by standing on certain platforms. So those platforms actually exist in this map, but they're outside of the wall that we can see in this arena. There are 3 pie-shaped or pizza-shaped wedges on the other side of this wall. The first one is going to be to my left here, and you won't be able to see it, but it'll be a little bit to my left. That one standing on it will trigger the cutscene coming into this fight. There is one right in front of me where I'm falling here, which triggers the cutscene for the end game, any percent.
Poor Turok, man.
Yeah, he screams in pain a lot, unfortunately. We're still taking damage. It's just into the negatives, and we cannot die because we have passed 0 health already. There's one more wedge. It's a little ways to our right that would trigger the 100% cutscene. But what I'm doing is I'm just falling in this death pit because surprisingly, falling in this death pit for 2.5 minutes straight and then jumping is quicker than fighting our final boss, because when we have that much speed at the 2.5 minute mark, we'll jump into the wall and jump through the wall, which is out of bounds, and this game's engine, when you're out of bounds, will put you back in bounds or back onto the closest place that you can walk. We get enough speed, so when we break through the wall, we're actually closer to the platform that triggers the any percent cutscene. So all I need to do is fall for about another 50 seconds or so. Sometimes it works early, sometimes not. But
is that enough time for a quick donation?
Yeah,
right.
By all means.
You got some love here from Electric Fortune, who donated $25 and said, he's him. He is Turok. So glad you get to showcase this broken game at GDQ. The wife and I are cheering you on.
Let's go.
Go, Rick.
Let's go.
So, yep, coming up will be our jump into the wall. I believe I have about 20 seconds left. The final cutscene is unskippable, so hopefully at some point here, the Primogen will just get so bored of waiting for us that he'll just fall over, and time will be very quick. Hopefully it will be like now-ish. If not, it'll be about 20 more seconds. But it'll just be out of nowhere because the very next time that Turok clips up to the ceiling, I'm holding jump. So I'll jump off the wall and into the wall in front of me. So any second.
Anticipation's killing me.
At least Turok's not screaming in pain anymore. And time.
Hey.
GG's. Well done, Riff.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, since this final cutscene is unskippable, I'll just go ahead and get my thank yous out of the way now. First off, thank you very much to GDQ, the production crew, the donation crew, staff, everybody here. Thank you for having me, and thank you for allowing me to showcase currently the only game that I speedrun and the only category that I speedrun. Very honored to be here, especially as a pharmacist myself. If anybody could tell with the name Rifampin being an antibiotic, love being able to support the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Love the work that they do. Thank you to Bird and AG, my wonderful couch mates, and all of my rear couch there for staying up late to support me for this late night stream. Thank you to...
My fault.
I'll give a thank you to the foreign language restreamers, because there's also one, Holy Hit, that was doing the German translation, who is a speedrunner in the Turok community. So thank you to all the foreign language restreamers, and especially shout out to Holy Hit, who speedruns some games in this, I believe, mostly 1 and 3. But other than that...
Shout out to Riff. That was an awesome run. That was fantastic.
Shout outs to Riff.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
That was fantastic.
And to our friends for staying awake.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
But yeah, that is Turok to any percent. We did one mission objective, and then we beat the final boss.
Yay.
Woo!
Thank you for having me.